Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
Hello and welcome to episode 11 of season 4 of the Holler Podcast. Sorry we were a little late this evening. We got into a little bit of a rabbit hole about sim setups and stuff like that. But It's great to be back here for the last time this season. We've got some fresh faces on here, obviously. I guess technically to my left, but in my screen to my right, we have this past champion from Season 4, Dustin Stallings. Dustin, thank you for joining us tonight.
Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. And then above me is another, I guess you can say familiar face, but not Richard. It's Adam Buzzio. Adam, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you as well. And then, of course, in the top right corner, no introduction needed. It's the Iron Man of the podcast, Carl Pooler.
Carl is
Yeah.
our Iron Man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been here for every episode. And I think, Adam, at this point, I think you've been here more than Richard. So this is...
No question.
No question at all. Yeah,
Definitely here
exactly.
more than Richard.
Not hard to do.
But no, this is fun. This is actually my full-time ending of being a host here at the podcast. Things are getting tough in times. It's you gotta really associate, space out the time, and I gotta make that decision to step away. I hope to be on for a guest for an episode or two moving on in the future, but I think leaving as a full-time host, this is gonna be fun. Let's have fun with it.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the Holler podcast is going to be changing a little bit in the future. I think the plan is to still keep the name, but more so of a Richard Wolsifer run vlog, I think is the best way to think of it. A short little vlog where he covers everything going on from the week, and however he takes it, That's going to be his full control. I'm relinquishing some more of my my normal duties to get a more regular life. This past week, actually, Coulter Clark has been in charge of our social media. So that was something that was difficult to give up a little bit, but he's been very helpful in getting some things out where I'm unable to do so. So yeah, if anyone else wants to take anything else off my plate, please feel free. I'm sure that plate's about to get heavier now with Adam expecting now in 2 weeks, and right once we get into the beginning of the season is when Adam's going to leave me when I need him the most.
Now, it might be kind of weird, honestly, because I'm off for 6 weeks.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be home a lot. Obviously, Julie and I are gonna be very busy and trying to figure out how to be parents, so that'll take up a lot of time. But I think we're pretty well set for season 5 already. All the big pieces are done, which is great. We have minimal, off-season work to do. Obviously, there's the normal stuff we have to do to get ready, but I don't plan on stepping away in any capacity. Obviously, family's first, and Julie's the priority, and the baby's the priority, but I should still have time for you guys, so I hope so at least.
I hope so as well, because we've got some stuff we need to do that off season of testing and whatnot, but we don't need you for that actually, so forget it. But
Heard.
this past week was our finale, the Butt Kicker 250, or what was 250, right?
250.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I never remember.
250-ish.
250. Well, for some people it was 250. For me, it was 15. Uh,
Well, Steven, I made it about 65.
well,
So
you at least made it a little bit more than me. I almost took you out with me at the 15 mark, but
Jared did take me out.
No.
So it was a rough friggin' night for next level, man. Yeah.
That implosion was on a next level.
oh god.
Yeah. You
Ah!
started me off, and man, it took me. We had whatever 100 yellows, however many there was, and I finally got my damage fixed. And then within like 10 laps of that, Jared imploded on himself. And that was that.
He
That was
just
the end
wanted
of
to
it.
leave the league on a note, I guess.
Man, I guess that's his payback for us not racing with him for 2 months. He's like, it was fun.
I felt bad for him all season, but
Yeah, no, I did too.
this past week, Dustin, you capped off a tremendous season. I would argue just as dominating of a season as Mason and Gavin's championships. Maybe not the win total of Gavin's 10 that one season, but your points wise, consistency throughout the whole season. You capped it off by winning the championship race when you didn't have to win. I'm pretty sure all you really had to do was just start the race and you were fine. But take us through your race, and I mean, honestly, just take us through your season and if there were any challenges at any point, or was it all smooth sailing from what it looked like on the outside?
Well, for the race, I kind of knew what to expect going into it just because of how dirty air was like a key factor with track position. So I felt like restarts are going to be super aggressive, and then just people trying to make passes early in a run. So I was kind of just taking it easy initially, and I think it was, I can't remember when that first caution come out. I think it was Evan or somebody that got spun around that brought it out, but I think it was like the first restart, I believe. I was on starting behind Richard, or it may have been the first stage.
That was your problem, starting behind Richard.
Yeah, but I mean, we went off into one pretty good, and then I think Johnny was in the middle, and I can't remember who was on the bottom, but we were 3 wide in 1 and 2, and coming off of 2, like I was barely there on the quarter of Johnny, and I just got pinched in the wall, and I got a little bit of aero damage from that, and then going into 3, I'm just kind of didn't like getting pinched in the wall, but I was just going to kind of brush it off. But going into 3, I just kind of shoved Johnny into 3 and got off of him, and he got loose and pretty much in the middle of the corner and kind of lost it and got up in the wall, and I barely got into him there. But I had a little aero damage from that, and I think it was like a few laps after that, I think Braden got turned around, or he lost it himself and killed the wall. Like I think he blew his motor from the initial contact with the wall.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pirouetted all the way down the straightaway too. He nailed that sucker.
Yeah, whenever I was coming up to it, I probably could have lifted a little bit earlier because I kind of seen it happening as I was getting into turn 3, I think it was. But I mean, we know how ARCA braking is. So I was kind of watching that in my mirror, and I didn't want to kind of cut down in front of somebody that was trying to make it past Braden, and just got right front damage from hitting Braden there, and it knocked my steering out. And I mean, my left front wheel would be straight, and my right front wheel was like turned in 45 degrees almost. So that pretty much, I think it was the rest of stage 1, and then all of stage 2, basically first half of stage 2, I was getting it fixed. Went a lap down a couple of times, and then would come out when y'all were getting ready to take the green flag, and cautions just kept happening, and I was just getting my lap back, going back in, getting my damage fixed, and going down a lap again, and until I got it all fixed. And I think I finished stage 2 and 3rd after restarting probably outside of the top 10. And at the start of stage 3, I mean, I felt pretty good on my chances. I just had to keep myself up front. That long run that we had to pit under green. That my only shot that I felt like I had on trying to get the win, if it would have ran green to the end, was just pitting basically when the window opened and take just enough fuel to make it, and 2 tires. And I wasn't sure how long the left was gonna hold on, but when I made my pit stop, my lefts were like in the mid 60s, like mid to high 60s. So I felt like I would have been okay, but probably within the last 15 laps of stage 3 before that late caution, crew chief was like, "It's about time to get some new rubber," or something like that. I'm like, "Here we go." But which Parent, I think he got within a half a second and then kind of stalled out. And I was probably a quarter of a lap short if it would have stayed green. And I was just kind of nursing it when I could and trying to play the arrow game. And when that caution come out, dude, I did not know what to expect. I almost lost control of the race on that pit stop under caution because when I pitted, I took two again, and just so because I felt like guys were going to take two. That last time, my right front was at 39%, my left rear was at 49%. So I was like, "Yep, I'm pushing all my cards to the middle of the table here with this one," because I did not know how it was going to handle, especially with the bump going into one. But yeah, that last restart was pretty crazy. I had no idea how the car was going to handle. Fritz was quick. Even Parent was quick. I didn't see what happened to him on that last stop, but
Aaron
Yeah.
put himself in a bad spot. He took 4 tires,
Mhm.
and he ended up restarting, I think, in the 3rd or 4th row.
that's right.
And he got buried. That first, I think you guys went green after the long run, and then there was another incident right after that, and then we had the
Mhm.
finish. And
As Gilmore
that-
kind of came down across his nose, and
Yeah, that
Parent
second-
was there.
I mean, I don't know where he finished, but he must have finished, back in 10th, 9th, 10th, something like
11th.
that. 11th, okay. Yeah, I
Hey,
felt bad for him. You just stalled him out. He caught you pretty good,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
he got to like that half a second range, and you could just see like his car just wouldn't.
Mhm.
It just wouldn't get to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was in Dakota's league. We ran at Vegas there, and I think I probably put around 60, 65 laps on left side tires, so I felt confident in what I was trying to do. I just was trying to make 80 to 85 laps on my left sides, and once I got past like the 60 mark, 65 mark, I was like, don't know how this was going to go, but yeah, I think that caution helped out on cooling the lifts enough to kind of help me out there at the end. But yeah, I thought it was going to kind of play into Parent or Fritz for sure on getting the win, but I told Brendan and even the guys at Spirit, I'm like, I basically don't have nothing to lose, so I'm
Yeah.
going for all the marbles.
Yeah, why not?
And which I told them too, because I knew Brendan and Zach Brandvold, I know they were kind of trying to lock up second and third in the points, but I told them if the opportunity was there and if they were in position for a win, I was gonna put them ahead of me.
Team orders.
Just kind of, but I wasn't going to give it to them. They were going to have to work for it. And me and Brendan had some good battles late in that run. But it was super fun. Early on, I didn't expect it to go the way that it went, but I had a blast. I love Vegas.
It is a great track, and I think that's part of the reason why I try to have it every season or pretty darn close to that. That track in Miami are just great intermediates, and I'm curious to how that's going to translate with the ARCA. You would think it would be still perfectly fine, but
It's gonna be better.
yeah,
Better.
you hope.
Yeah, I mean, I tested the ARCA car at Homestead, and it was fun. So hopefully, we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. I just hope I think the big problem at Vegas was the car. The next gen car is very easy to drive at Vegas, but it's also, just the nature of that car. You can't really slide it. It's you're on the razor's edge the whole time, and you don't even really realize it until you need to save the thing, and you can't save it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that, and then the dirty air is very exaggerated right now in iRacing and in real life with that car. So hopefully with the ARCA car, you can slide it around a lot more. the dirty air isn't as big of a deal. I think a lot of those yellows were guys just trying to be, like Dustin even said, like really aggressive on the restarts. So hopefully it works out. We'll see though. Vegas is a great track. I think that's why I was so upset when I got murdered.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one that ended up murdering you.
Nah,
I thought for a moment there you were dead.
It was hurt. It was 5 minutes of damage, but I got it fixed. And honestly, Jared didn't murder me. He wrecked right in the middle of the racetrack. Literally right in the middle, and I was a row or two behind him, and he was kind of sliding through the middle of the track, along the track, and somebody went to my inside. I just barely caught it in my mirror, and I said, all right, well, I can't go low. I'm going to kill whoever that is. So I got to go high, and Jared's car just went up at the last minute, and it ripped the whole left front of the car off. It was, so I could have probably tried to go low, but I don't know who that was, but they would have died for sure. So it is what it is.
Jared said he was murdered by Netcode.
Oh, was it Netcode?
That's what he says.
That's fitting.
It's
I
a
see
common
him.
occurrence.
He's in the chat. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, Netcode's been brutal. But yeah, anyway, Dustin, heck of a race, heck of a season, man. You didn't need to win, but you did, so good on you.
My season, I remember the award show from last season. I think it was the Ironman Award, and I knew whenever y'all pulled me in for that, I'm sure Carl remembers, where I wasn't, like, at that time, I wasn't really discrediting the award. Like, I appreciated it, but in the same kind of mindset, can't think of the right word, but in the same way, like, I was hungry for more, and I knew, like, the last 2 seasons, like, I really screwed myself for not really prioritizing stage points, and I think last season I really realized, like, how crucial those are, and but this season, Daytona, I wasn't really too sure about. Super speedways usually aren't good to me, but I mean, stars aligned in that race, and I think with just the momentum from that race, I mean, I think it just gave me a boost, and just stuff that I learned from Mason last season as well. I think it all really just kind of meshed together, even with Brendan and Zachary Maddox, even the guys at Spirit. Just having that group of guys, and then Mason kind of being a mentor with everything that he had going on this season on, like, basic and all that stuff. I think it just really paid off, and I just kind of absorbed everything that he was kind of giving us, and and just the whole mindset change. I think my mindset just completely shifted after my little escapades from early last season. But but yeah, it's definitely was not easy this season. Ronnie, I mean, he was right there within, like, arm's reach, like, the whole time, and with the 2 weeks back to back for me, I mean, I ran great at Chicago, the best I probably ever have, and honestly, it just driver error, which ended my night there, because I was too focused on why the stage caution wasn't thrown, and I was like, where in the hell's the stage caution? And I just, for some reason, in coming out of 11 and going into 12, I shifted up to 4th or 3rd or whatever it was, instead of downshifting, and I missed my braking point because of it and just killed them all. But and in Dega, I mean, it was looking like I was gonna pull off the win until what happened. I think it was Parent and Richard.
I don't think anyone knows what really happened in that debacle.
Yeah,
So I
Yeah,
finished
that-
it from last.
That was crazy. Like I was like Ricky Bobby flying through the air,
Yeah.
not
You
good.
did, too.
And
I remember when I watched your replay, you had the Scooty Loo paint on, and as you flew, I was like, Scooty Loo!
yeah, dude.
Flew away.
Yeah, the only thing in that race I probably could have done different is maybe went higher, but I don't even know if that would have worked
I
with how
don't-
much
I don't-
net code.
You mentioned though of like how important you realized stage points became, and Talladega
Yeah.
that kind of saved you. Like I don't remember exactly, but I think you finished first and third in the stages or something like that.
I know. I want to say stage one. I think I got second by like. I mean, it had to have been close, and then ended up winning stage two.
Yeah, so it's like
But-
your extra 19 stage points basically
Yeah.
negated the fact that you finished 20th. Like it was still like winning a race without getting stage points. So like they really came into play, and I pulled up the stats here real quick of the standings. When it comes to bonus points / stage points, you scored 271 bonus points this year, which is 78 more bonus points than second place, being your teammate Brendan. So I'm sure that y'all were both focused all season on bonus points, and then the next closest back is over 100 points from behind you. So it's
That's crazy.
yeah, you
Wow.
completely dominated bonus points, and just looking at it, of the difference total season points wise between you and Ronnie, who was second, is about 150 some odd points total, and you had about 140 more bonus points than him. So again, those stages came in, and that created that gap.
Yeah, I kind of think also it may have hurt Ronnie was, I think, kind of like midway into the season, and I think early into the chase, it seemed like he would try to flip stages, and which I think I really noticed it at Auto Club, where he tried to do that, and then I think he was pushing pretty hard trying to get back into the top 10 for stages or stage points, and kind of ended up getting himself in a situation that kind of derailed his night in a sense. But I mean, with the next gens, I mean, at tracks, like, you have to be aggressive. I mean, it's kind of just, it is what it is at that. It's kind of like a fine line on when to be aggressive, and like the moves have to be calculated in a sense, but also you got to kind of know who you're around and kind of know their tendencies. And I mean, it's I don't really know how else to explain it. It's
Well, I'm gonna kind of build off that, Dustin. And I think Johnny tried to do that a lot too, especially in the second half of the season, where he would try to, flip the stage or do something little different, which in maybe a less incidental league it might have worked, but we had so many incidents. And track position meant more than just clean air. Track
Yeah.
position meant it was less cars to wreck in front of you and you to get involved in. And I was back there enough to witness it. I think that's what happened a lot. Happened a lot to Ronnie and Johnny, is they would try to do something clever, but with the amount of incidents we usually have during a race, they would get caught up in one of those things because they would have to start in the back. So it was one of those situations where you kind of just wanted to start closer to the front, as long as you didn't start in the back.
yeah.
And I think that was a real deciding factor. But Dustin, I'm looking at the stats here: 4 wins, so obviously that was most over anyone. Christian Barnes had 3, which, shout out to Christian. He did really well, especially with Meeple Motorsports and everything. Christian Barnes just kind of blew it away. I think he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But you also had 10 top 5s, 13 top 10s, and you really, essentially, 72% of the races. You're finishing in the top 10. You're finishing really well. And yes, there was a big focus on stage points, but even in your finishing position, you're finishing really well. So you're putting yourself in that situation of getting those points, whether or not you're in the stage or not. You're getting those points either way, and I think helped obviously contribute to just the dominating championship that you had.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all the credit is going to the team and our alliance with Spirit. Because each week, we put in a lot of work this season, and I think we really, really got after it in the chase. But we would push each other to get better, and I think it's really, really helped out everybody. And I know earlier this season, Brendan and Isaiah had their little spats and stuff, but with how last season went, with that whole situation, and me changing my mindset from what I had prior, I pretty much let it be known that this season, no matter what happens, control what you can control. And if other people's going to want to race you a certain type of way, let them. And whatever you do, if they try to send it on underneath of you or whatever, just be sure to hold your line and do not try to come down the track at all, so you don't get pinned for an EOL or drive through or whatever. And then the whole thing also is just attitude. And I know it's easy. Everybody's competitive. It's easy to get hot-headed in the moment, and things can escalate quickly if you don't recognize it pretty early. There's been instances this season where I've gotten kind of frustrated, but with Brendan and Zachary also, when some of the nights that he's been here, we've kind of held each other accountable and kind of helped put the focus back where it needs to be, rather than certain incidents that happens on track, and especially if it's minuscule, where it don't really not much damage and nothing really to be flustered about. But yeah, I was early on. I'm sure it's been known, maybe not, but I think me and Mason and even Zachary, we kind of had a little Sundance pizza sit down with Brendan after the whole thing early in the season, about how he'll kind of go off on Isaiah and stuff and other people. And just to be completely honest, there were some conversations had about possibly some moves being made as far as a team aspect goes, but Mason and Zach, we all kind of got together and just talked it out and come up with a plan, and went to Brendan and told him, look, this is what we're seeing, and we want to see some improvement. We know you have the capability. It's just being able to have the team to hold everybody accountable for anything, especially if it's their own doing or not, and just trying to keep the mindset where it needs to be versus worrying about something that yourself can't control. So I think that really helped Brendan elevate his performance, and I'm proud of him for that. I hope he continues on improving, and super proud of him. It did not look good there for a couple weeks, but it couldn't be happier for him. last season, I know he had a run at the championship late, and then this season, I mean, he was right there as well. But yeah, it's
On the
I'm
Brendan
kind of
front,
getting yeah.
I only say this just because it came up when Adam and I jumped into race control. I was like, I'm actually really excited to see what the league looks like from 1,000 feet view, like away from it, not on the racetrack, and I actually get to see like how someone's racing in every corner versus only when I'm around them. And I think subconsciously Brendan was one of the people I was going to be watching regardless, just because I always hear from, oh, it was always Isaiah every week. Oh, Brendan got into me here, Brendan got into me here, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just like also thinking, I'm like, I know Brendan is a very aggressive driver usually when he's around me, so I'm assuming he's like that with everyone else too. And I think at some point, a couple weeks in, Adam and I were like, there are a lot of people that are problems, but Brendan has done tremendous. From whenever we took over, he was super clean. He was aggressive, but there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like you're allowed to race as aggressive as you want within reason. But no, we were both very impressed with how he handled himself from when we were in race control to the end of the season. And I've just seeing the growth he's had as an individual and a driver has been really cool to see.
Yeah, it's been. I don't know when you guys talked to him, Dustin, but I had a very honest and open conversation with him too. I think it was shortly before we went up into race control, maybe a week or two before that. And he said, "Hey, I don't remember if the initial conversation went super well, but I know by the end of it, you know, he had come back and said, I'm going to legitimately try to work on these things, you know, et cetera, et cetera." And at the time, I kind of took it with a grain of salt because Brendan and I have had conversations in the past about certain things and you know, try to do better and things like that. But he really did turn a corner this season. I mean, just his overall attitude and his, you know, his on-track behavior. You know, last season and the first part of this season, I mean, if I was around Brendan, I was usually worried, just for a variety of reasons, and it was nice not having to worry about that. So, no, I'm also very, very proud of him as a person. He definitely stepped up and grew this season. So.
Oh yeah, I think I want to say it was like around when we ran Coda. I want to say it was like the week before that is when we had the conversation with him, and then with how Coda went, I mean, we were kind of worried, but I think I was probably one of the main ones, with also Zach. We're like, you gotta kind of give him a little time. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and expect him to clean it up in just like less than a week. So, I mean, I had faith in him, dude. I mean, I knew that he had the talent. It's just getting in that right headspace and then being able to manage that while in the middle of a race. And I mean, I think a lot of people can like learn from it, honestly. Like, it's not a shot to anybody in particular. It's just I see like racing with you, Steven, Carl, Adam, like if you really like respect somebody, you can have some like real good hard nosed like heads up racing. But I mean, depending on how hard you run, I mean, you always got to kind of worry about net code.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of a main story this season too. That was another thing I kind of preached on, is just be careful on how close you run to somebody just because of that. But yeah,
So I looked, and it's funny. So I also talked to him. It was right after Cody. That's when we had our conversation. I looked at the date. So there was a lot of come to Jesus for
yeah.
Brendan, all at the same time. So I'm glad to see that it worked out, though.
oh yeah. I mean, not just my teammates as well. I mean, I've seen other people this season that's really stepped up. Like Carl, absolutely. Like he's stepped
He is
up
your
for sure.
teammate. He doesn't count.
And but
That was recent, though. That was recent.
Whoa.
Yeah, but him definitely. Also, Richard, he's really upped his game. I think he can be one to watch next season for sure.
Richard's got to get out of his own way, though. Richard has gotten much faster, but he does he does step on it a lot. and I
I
say
mean,
that
he's had 2 poles this season. I
And
mean,
I
that's
say that
nothing to laugh at
with
here. It's-
nothing but love. But he's gotta clean it up a little bit, though.
Oh yeah. But overall, I mean, I'm proud of majority of who ran this season. But I had a blast. I'm not saying it's a blast just because of how my season went, but it just running around everybody. It's just I enjoy being here. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
That last quarter of the season, last third of the season was definitely good. The first half was bad. It was rough. That's why we.
I feel like that's
Made the
par for
changes
the
we made.
course, though. Unfortunately, feels like
Yeah,
every
I'd like-
season it seems like the first half is always shaky.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're gonna have less. I think we're gonna have less new people this season, so it's less people to have to learn to re-race around. I mean, we are gonna have new guys for sure,
And a new car.
and a new car, but we're also doing things differently too. So, I think in the beginning of the season, you know, the way we were kind of addressing penalties and things like that probably wasn't, you know, the right way at the time. We probably needed to be a little bit more heavy-handed, and we just figured that out a little bit too late. But when we had racing, it was still really good racing. It's just, you know, we got bogged down with the incidents there. But season 4 is behind us, and going to season 5. So I'm
It's
not
like
sweating it.
we learn something new every season.
Yeah, a couple things.
Yeah, that's very true. So, I mean, the amount of growth as a league as a whole that we've had in 4 seasons. So that's what now we're going on a little over 2 years of BRB. And from where we started with 10 people in the season 1 finale race to the community we're at now.
That's one thing too. I think people forget, and even I forget it. Like for how long we've been a league, so only 4 full seasons. Like we have scaled pretty fast. Like I think if you would look at your average iRacing league, you would think we were probably more of like our 6th or 7th season, just based on what we're doing, the scale of what we do. You know, the different things that the league participates in and does, and all the different stuff that we offer. We have a new series now. You know, that's not typical of leagues our age. So there's going to be growing pains. And until we kind of lock in that consistent 25, 30 guys that come back every single season, we're going to have those first couple weeks with people getting used to each other. So keep on going down the road, man. We're figuring it out as we go.
Somewhat. We're trying.
We're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Well, how about we give away some awards? Or I guess give
Yeah,
away
let's do
is not a
that.
term.
Yeah.
But how about we award some awards?
I get no awards this season.
That's very true. You do not.
I don't think you do either, do you?
I mean, I can make an award for best
Steven,
third
Carl,
best
and I get-
RC.
Third best RC.
Hey, do I get a podcast Iron Man at least? Did you make one for that?
I didn't, but I could.
Oh,
Damn it.
I could.
disappointing.
To be fair, that's actually a good
Quit.
place to start. I didn't
over.
make any Iron Man technically awards so far, but we're gonna go ahead and read off our Iron Man drivers, and you will be getting an award here coming soon. So the first one being Dustin. Dustin, congratulations on making all 18 races this season. I mean, Dustin's the big trophy winner tonight, obviously, and as you said earlier, Dustin, last season, this award didn't feed the fire that you had. You wanted more, so maybe this will incite someone that received it this year to go out and win the championship next season. So we also had Ronnie Osmer, Zachary Brandvold, Brendan Maddox, Gray Walker, Richard Wolsifer, Jared Hughes, Evan Patinko, Sam Dyer, and Cameron Gilmore as your 10 Ironman award winners for making all 18 races. So do want to thank each of y'all. I could be wrong, but I do think 10 is the most drivers we've ever had do the full season.
The first season, I'm not on that list.
Well,
think this-
you did that to yourself.
You did do that, Carl. No, that's a lot of people, and then to take me, because I don't think any of the admins got it, right?
Richard.
Oh, Richard did get it. Okay.
Richard's not a real. No, I'm just kidding.
But typically, the last couple of seasons at least, I think at least 2 or 3 of us got that award. So to take us out and still have 10, that's
Yeah.
definitely great to see, and we appreciate it very much.
It is really cool to see. I'm actually going to go real quick and look at different seasons. No, I can't because SimRacer Hub is stupid.
It is stupid. This is true.
There we go.
It's a dumb website.
So season 1, we had 5 drivers.
Total.
No, 5 drivers make every race. 3 of them being Adam, myself, and Carl.
Yeah, that tracks.
Season 2, we had 6 drivers make all 18 races. In season 3, we had actually, shoot, the heck?
I was gonna say I feel like 3 had a lot, but I didn't want to be wrong and say it. So
I thought it wasn't even close. With season 3, we had 15 drivers.
Wow.
At
Yeah.
every single race. That's actually really impressive. Well, dang, we're
But
slacking.
again, but again, 3 admins that weren't there for every race. There's your
Yeah.
at least
Some
13.
summer seasons are typically
Mhm.
harder, not harder, but people just have more stuff going on. And we're going into our winter season now. I have a feeling we'll have more people get that Ironman award for this season.
I want to see
Uh,
20.
Ah,
20.
If we got
Going for
15
20,
again, I'd be
guys.
happy.
I'd like to see 35.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Miss
My
Race
bad.
banned.
Oh,
Banned.
but no, thank you to all the Ironmen of this season. Let's get into the cleanest Ironman. Actually, will go first. So I know some people don't necessarily remember this being announced, but at the beginning of the season, Rev wanted to have an award backed by Rev Sim Shop to the cleanest Ironman. So the person that made every race and had the least instant points. And for that winner, they would earn a Rev Sim Shop special custom button box with the BRB Ironman logo, like to the 9. And if you have never seen one of Rev's special button boxes that he makes, they are the top end quality. So like it is such a cool opportunity to be able to work with Rev and have someone earn this. Let me see if I got the photo up here. Of course I don't, because when am I ever prepared? Let me go ahead and do this. I know y'all are just seeing a bunch of
There's
weirdness right now.
Something happening.
Oh, that's why, because I already had it saved. Let's go back to. Oh, does that work? All right, we are back there. If I can just.
Whatever just happened just turned Carl into a ghost.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Carl's a spooky
He
ghost.
said, "I'm done."
Carl's the spooky ghost. Carl saw that he
It's
wasn't
gonna
on
look
camera
weird.
for 2 seconds. He's like, bail.
Oh goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh well. So, in a real. Here's the standings for all the drivers that made it every race. And Jared Hughes had the least amount of instant points out of those drivers. So Jared Hughes was the BRB cleanest Ironman for season 4, and that he did end up winning the Rev Sim Shop button box that will be sent out to him, which is awesome. Congratulations to Jared.
Let's go, Jared.
Nice.
Finally, Next Level won something this season.
Hell yeah.
Rev, I don't know if you already have a photo of it or when it's completed or anything. I know I'd love to see a photo, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to see a photo. So please put it up into Discord so we can get to see it, and Jared as well. Of course, when Jared's leaving is when he gets more sim equipment. and he doesn't
I'll take
necessarily
his
need it.
button boxed.
Yeah. Good luck telling him that. Oh, Rev says it's now in construction, so we'll get that out soon. Let's go on to. Oh, I don't even know why I did all that when I had this already made for it. So,
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
well, I forgot about that. But there, Jared, you're also getting this little poster too. So, all
Good
these
job, Jared.
posters and stuff will be posted into Discord at a later time, and you can do what you would like, print it off, email it to yourself. I don't know, what do cool people do these days? Put it on your social media, on your TikToks and your Instagram
And your chat snaps.
and your chat snaps.
And I wish it was within arm's reach, but I think it was from season 1. I think it was like the most improved driver award that I got.
You printed it off?
I actually, yeah, I printed it out at I think it was like CVS or something in like a picture frame.
Well, dang, that's freaking awesome.
That's what I did for my Iron Man award just because it looked cool. I think
Yeah.
I printed mine out at a Walgreens.
I think they're great, like sim racing room, like decor kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you guys can't see it because it's up in this corner, but I got it up there. She's pretty.
Carl, you got anything printed off?
No, because I think I got most improved driver season 2. I think. And other than that, I think the only award I've gotten is Iron Man. So I'm waiting for something a little more inspirational to strike.
Oh. Well,
We're gonna get him his first win.
I'd love to see it.
Poster.
I know
Carl,
if
you
Carl wins, that's the win of the year. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
man.
I was gonna say if you get it, if you get a win, you'll get that most popular win. Oh, I got
and-
that
and-
last year too. I didn't print that
You
one
did.
out.
Yeah.
I think Talladega. I think I got that.
Yeah.
last.
And I think it's funny because I think for the past 2 or 3 seasons I said, "Oh, I'm gonna get a win. I'm gonna get it," and it's been more and more seasons. So I'm just kind of like, "Oh well, we're gonna try again."
We'll get you one, Carl. Don't worry.
well, we've been saying that for 2 years, but we'll move on.
Exactly.
Speaking of most popular win, oh my goodness, our most popular win this season came at Indianapolis Oval, Indy Oval, excuse me, the Brickyard race, and that was his first win in BRB, and that was Gray Walker. So
That's a good one.
congratulations to Gray. That was a very popular win, obviously. It was a really cool moment. It's really nice to see when those drivers win their first race. I don't know. I think everyone really appreciates it, and they see the kind of work that, especially like Gray or anyone that gets the first win put in. And it's a real good feel-good moment for everyone. So congratulations to Gray there.
It's always
You know,
cool when it happens at a I don't want to say a legit track, but like for someone to get their first win at like a place like Indy, right? Like I think it just means a little more than if you get it at like even Talladega or Daytona or
Watch
whatever.
yourself.
Like it's still super. Sorry. It's hey man, you're talking to the guy that got most popular win for Talladega. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. No, it's super cool for Gray. Happy for him and well earned.
Yeah, definitely. I think that whole group of Accelerate guys, I think there's been a lot of, hesitation to be like, okay, these guys came from Roblox, but there is a learning curve. But I think of all, I think Gray's learned the most. He's grown the most. I think he's been on at least one of my chase pickings, if not 2, the last couple of years, and him getting it at his home track at Indy, he really, really enjoyed that win. So it's good to see him win at his home track, and there's going to be more wins in the future for him.
Oh, definitely. The Accelerate guys are just starting. We'll see where they can get to next year with that. And since we're on the topic of Gray Walker, there was a most popular driver vote that I take
Scandalous.
full responsibility for failing in the way that it did. And then we had a revote, and then that's up for debate on how that went. And either way, but our most popular driver for season 4 was Gray as well. I'm gonna try to get that up on the screen here. Similar kind of thing, but yes, most popular driver being Gray Walker and the Accelerate driver himself again. I don't have much else to say other than obviously the Accelerate boys love their fearless leader Gray Walker. But no, Gray's been a great driver to drive around in the limited time that I got to this season. Never an issue with him on track or off track. So. All right.
Very good.
Very nice.
Double thumbs up.
Moving,
nice.
moving on from the scandal.
Moving on to.
Right to jail.
We mentioned that we had Dustin. You said you were a most improved driver one year. Carl, you said you were a most improved driver another year. Well, our most improved driver for season 4 was Zachary Brandvold, and again, another incredibly well-deserved award. Zach was. I think we saw glimpses of it last season. He had really good pace most of the time, but it seemed like something went wrong, or I don't know if he stepped on it, kind of thing, when that led to his demise. But this season, it seemed like he was able to build a little bit more consistency with that speed. So it was great to see him up front a lot of the times.
Yeah, big jump for sure. All the Accelerate guys, honestly.
He's not
Rude.
Accelerate.
Oh,
He's
shoot, you're
Spirit.
right. He's Spirit. My bad.
X Accelerate.
X Accelerate, my fault. But Dustin mentioned it earlier too. Like a lot of people this year really did get better and get faster and cleaner. And I know, despite people getting better, we had some setbacks. But it's cool to see him running up front and performing the way he did this season. So well deserved there, former Accelerate driver.
Yeah, I think of all of them, I think it's one of the more deserved ones because I do remember him coming on and struggling, especially in some of the longer races where he would just not have that speed, not have the ability to stay out of the trouble. But this season, he's been quick. And again, I mentioned earlier, you stay up front, there's less incidents you get involved in. And Zachary Brandvold has been up front. He's been involved in less incidents. And it shows in his finishing position and everything else. So, he gets the Ironman, gets that most improved driver. Again, well deserved. 6 top 5s, 11 top 10s. I mean, he had an excellent season. Maybe next season he'll battle for that championship.
Yeah,
I think he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's going to be a learning curve going from the next gen to the ARCA car. I mean, I'm not really confident in the ARCA car yet, but yeah, well deserved. He's worked his butt off, and there's been some races where he's kind of struggling and kind of, I wouldn't say gets what's the word? Can't really think of it right now, but he kind of just gets a little frustrated and kind of just, I don't know. I keep trying to think of the word, but it's not good. But just like going into Vegas, he was struggling and kind of just getting a little frustrated about it. But
Getting in his own head.
yeah, and I mean, I told him that his long run pace was pretty good, and his tire management's pretty good, and I just told him just to settle in and just kind of use the first stage just to get a feel and see where your tires are at, and then just go from there. And he ran really well. I know he had a couple of little hiccups with I think it was Zachary King, I think it was.
No, I couldn't.
But
I don't believe it.
but yeah, I mean, I think he was still there toward the end, but just super proud of him. He deserved it for sure.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest landslide voting for an award that we had. Maybe with the exception of this award being the meatball of the year.
This was a landslide.
This was an emphatic landslide, and I'm not going to go too deep into it because he's not here to defend himself. But did Richard end up winning it last season too?
I think so.
Dead, yeah.
So back to back meatball of the years for Richard. I know he's probably not too happy about it. So like I said, I'm not going to go too much into it. Do either one of y'all
Yep,
have
that's-
anything to give about it?
Yeah, you got that sweet poster, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Hey, you know, it is all drivers, and only drivers can vote. So if it's the majority, you know, just saying, maybe there is a fire to the smoke trail.
Well,
I have no comment on it.
yeah, I want to have a comment, but I'm going to withhold.
I have no. If Julie being pregnant has taught me one thing, it's that I don't always need to share my comments. So
That's true. We go from the meatball of the year to the team champions or team championship, however you want to say it. This season, it was a really close battle with Limitless leading the way for a majority of the season. And then I want to say when I was looking back into it, it was about with 3 or 4 races. I think Talladega was the big catalyst in it all, where Maverick ended up taking the lead from Limitless and then just running away within the last 3 races. But it was our closest team championship that we've ever had. I know we've only done it now really officially 2 seasons, but your team champion for season 4 is none other than Maverick Motorsports of Dustin Stallings, Brendan Maddox, and Zachary Maddox.
Let's go.
So congratulations to Maverick. Very well earned as well.
This hurts because we were in the lead and we had it in the bag, and the last 3 races of the chases, it swung not in our direction. You know, all three stage 3 incidents, or you know, race killing incidents within the first 10 laps. But man, this one stings a lot because I really wanted to take this one, and we just, again, at the end faltered. I was able to finish the race in 3rd, but Johnny had to go do something. Richard wrecked out, and so, yeah, this was gonna sting. This was gonna sting pretty bad.
Well, next season you get a chance to, I guess, defend this team championship.
Grandfathered in, right?
Yeah. But we'll move on to I think the last one that we have for poster, being the driver champion, and obviously we have him with us here. And again, congratulations, Dustin, for your season 4 driver championship, and here is your poster for it. Also going to, in seasons past, we've created at least a digital version of a championship flag, similar style to how NASCAR has done it. And I've always offered the champion to buy it for them. And I'm going to offer you the same thing, to buy you this flag if you so wish. I'll send you the official design when I'm done with it.
Okay.
But yeah, no problem sending it to you, and just as a congratulations from the league to you.
I'll definitely buy it. That's for sure.
All right.
You
As
take
a
my
reminder-
money. hang
As
it
a
to you
reminder
for the-
too, I think we forget sometimes. Dustin will be receiving a Butt Kicker Gamer Pro from Butt Kicker for being the series champion this year. So,
Sweet.
Thank you for mentioning that.
yep, Dustin, I actually need your shipping address
Now!
If you can DM it. If you can DM it to me, I'll get that over to them tomorrow, and they're usually pretty quick about getting it out in the mail.
All right.
You're gonna love that.
Do you need
thing.
my social security number too?
Credit card
yes.
numbers,
And
Credit
date of
card.
birth.
And the
all
security
inside.
code,
Yep.
and
And a
your
retina
pin to
scan
the
of your eyes.
ATM. Yeah.
That's it, though. That's all. That's all.
And
And then
routing
you can have
number,
Butt
I
Kicker.
think. I don't remember what they asked for anymore. But no, I think that completes all our awards. Like I said, those that I mentioned for Iron Men, you're going to get a poster. It's going to be a little bit delayed since those take a little bit longer to get. Typically, I don't have the photos for those cars like ready to go. As someone that wins a lot during the season, I have a lot of photos of their cars already saved. So it makes it really easy to make a graphic for them really quickly. And that's not a shot at anyone, but just the simple logistics of it all. And Coulter, I don't know if you're watching, but whenever those get up, please feel free to post them on the socials. But yeah, I think that's where I can leave that. Next season, I wanted to touch on. So we're going to be doing some unofficial off-season test races with the ARCA car. The preliminary thought as of right now is this has just been discussed in my head, and I haven't been discussed with the other admins, so this might change. But my initial theory and thought is we would try a 1.5 mile, a short track, and potentially a super speedway with the ARCA car, and also testing different fuel loads. So I think that's a lot of what we're trying to figure out, of potentially shorten or lessening the fuel load to see if we can, what's the word, not force green flag stops, but incentivize more green flag racing and green flag stops in a way, and also for us to gauge where we want that stage to fall for all the tracks as well. So those will be open to the whole league to participate and to run, really just to get some more seat time in the ARCA car, and also help us learn what we're going to do.
Yeah, I would definitely. Obviously, once we get the tracks just decided in the dates and stuff like that, we'll make sure we get it out as soon as we can. But we'll make sure we do them on Tuesdays, at least, you know, the actual races. That way everybody's schedule should still line up with what they expect out of the league. But if you're available, make sure you come out. I don't think it's going to be a bad idea for anybody to get extra seat time. I have very limited seat time in the new car too, so I'm looking forward to it. For those of the guys that maybe don't know or didn't pay super close attention, we are only doing one stage next season. There won't be a yellow flag for stage 2. So that again is to try to just, I think, now I'm caught up on the same word.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word. I don't want to use incentivize isn't the right word, but encourage more green. Try to naturally bring more green flag.
Influence? No,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I said it in the admin chat the other day, and it's
I'm
killing
struggling
me.
with it. I don't know the right word, but so you know, we'll have one less forced restart, one less, you know, chance for the field to get bunched up. So definitely have some things to work out. I know we have a pretty good idea of what we think we want that stage to look like. I think we all agree that we think it should be roughly 20% of the race. That just offers kind of a tale of two races, right? You kind of have that sprint, good chance to get points, maybe make up some track position, and then you're going to have the goal, which is to have your longer, less interrupted, longer typical NASCAR race where green flags, hopefully multiple green flag stops, more strategy, more, you know, it just gives guys who might not necessarily be the fastest car on the track, you know, it gives them more flexibility and more options to try to make calls and decisions that puts them out front and, you know, shakes things up a little bit. So I'm looking forward to it, but make sure if you guys, you know, see those posted, you come out and race with us.
Sorry, I'm still looking for that word.
Yeah, it's bugging me too. It's not incentivize, it's not encourage, it's not, I don't know.
Promote green flag
Inspire.
stops is how
That's
I had worded
yeah.
it.
That's good. We'll stick with that.
But yes, basically exactly what Adam said. Oh boy. I'm trying to think. Did we have anything else to a bridge?
Well, talked about next season.
Yeah, real quick, just I know, you know, obviously lots of changes next season. One of those changes is, you know, Sundance is taken over as the series sponsor, so it'll be the BRB Sundance Pro Series next season. Sundance has been one of, if not the biggest reasons that we're able to do this. I don't think a lot of people have any idea how expensive it actually is to run a league the way we run it, with a quality broadcast, multiple practice sessions, all the different things that goes into this. It's not cheap. And without them, I mean, I don't even know if we would have got off the ground initially without them, to be honest, because we really didn't have much in the way of sponsor income the first season. But I'm super excited to have them come on board in their rightful place. I think it's fair to say is the series sponsor. But definitely want to just take a second. I don't know if any of them are watching tonight, but definitely want to take a moment to thank Butt Kicker though too. I think their name recognition helped out a lot initially, kind of recruiting for the league and things like that. People know what Butt Kicker is. It's obviously associated with sim racing, and I think that was very important for us in the beginning, to try to get new drivers and things like that. And I've had a great relationship with those guys. It's been 4 years now total that I've worked directly with Butt Kicker, back in the SRL days and the League That Shall Not Be Named days, and then BRB. So a huge thank you to them. It wasn't a bad breakup. They as a company, their budgets have tightened up and changed. Their staffing changed as well. One of the guys that I worked really closely with, Zach, he's not there anymore. I don't think that helped our cause any. But they're focusing on their Indy Pro Series that they sponsor for iRacing, and as far as I understand, that's going to be the extent of their sponsorship within the sim. So just wanted to take a second mention Sundance, thank them for everything, and looking forward to having them on our banners next season. And then obviously just wanted to give Butt Kicker one last shout out, because sponsors are very, very important for what we do, and we definitely appreciate them.
They definitely deserve their flowers for being
They
with
do.
everything. I mean, I know that was how you and I initially raced. You were an admin in a league with, I think it was your second season ever with Butt Kicker. And ever since then, that's all I've really ever known in the sim racing world. So it's definitely, it hurts to lose them, but
it does. It's a bummer, you know what I mean? But it's, like I said, it's nice that it's not a bad, like I said, it's not a bad breakup. And that was one great thing about Butt Kicker, and Sundance is the same way. They ask for very little in the way of, we want this, we want that. No, you need to do it this way. You need to do it that way. I mean, I could think of maybe 2 times in the last 2 years, where it was, hey, can you maybe do this, or hey, can you maybe not do that? They were super great to work with, and wish them nothing but the best.
well, guys, shall we buckle it up for the last time on the Holler podcast?
Oh, I mean, I think it's that time. Oh, real quick, obviously, thank all the drivers for sticking with us this season. I know it wasn't the prettiest or the easiest thing to deal with sometimes, so I appreciate everybody sticking with us and making this your home on Tuesdays. Huge thank you to my entire admin staff. Obviously, could not do any of this without you. I literally don't know how to make graphics like Steven, so that we had really ugly graphics for like 2 seasons because I made them. So
Dark times.
thank the dark times, man. A huge thank you to the admin team for everything. Everybody does something, and everybody's got a different strength. So thank you guys, and just thank everybody for making the league go round. Looking forward to season 5, and
And that reminds
Rev.
me.
Gotta thank Rev.
Oh.
I love you, Rev. Thank you, buddy.
That reminds me also of, I'm sorry, just to keep adding more onto it, but next season I'm bringing in the Quantum Contender Series presented by Burlington Cafe. Also don't want that to be forgotten for drivers that are eligible. And you want to be here on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and you're eligible for the Thursday nights, please feel free, reach out to Blair or Cody Dorsey and get signed up for that. Lots of fun stuff coming down the pipe from their end too, and they might have their own off-season races that I'm just not sure of yet, and they'll update everyone as those become available. So keep your eye out for that as well, if you really want to stay in the next gen. But yeah, and just basically what Adam said. Thank you to everyone. I'm not going to get into it all deep, but we appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Yeah, I'll kind of mimic that too. I appreciate everybody that stuck with us this season. I know there's some hard times and stuff, but I mean, you guys do a great job running this. I know it's hard to please everybody. It's just not going to happen in the realism part of it. But I mean, y'all do a great job managing everything. You know, y'all try to get out in front of stuff before it happens, and if there's stuff that y'all don't really expect to happen, y'all pretty much take care of it pretty quickly. Shout out to Rev, Pit Stop TV, Butt Kicker, of course. Super happy to have the Quantum Contender Series coming on board. Just super proud of this league as a whole, on what it's gotten to at this point. Super happy to be a part of it. Most fun I've ever had. Just proud of everybody that stuck it out. Even some of the little minor issues and stuff throughout the season. I mean, it's still been fun at the end of it. But yeah, it's just thankful. As far as next season, just part of my little announcement, since King had that Brendan announced that I was re-signing. Just being honest, I am re-signing.
Aw.
I will be coming back next season, but I'm not gonna have iRacing at the top of my priorities. I'm not looking to spend nowhere near as much time I've put into this season. Just kind of putting family first. I know my wife's been kind of putting up with it like this last year or so. So I pretty much told her after this season that I'm kind of stepping back a little bit. But I mean, I'm signing up full time. So, but it's not going to be a priority to really show up every Tuesday, honestly. If things come up and need to spend time with family and stuff, that's going to come first. So,
As it should.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I think I'm still going to be present to an extent. I'm just not going to be really putting as much practice in, but I'll still help out with my teammates and stuff and try to help them wherever needed, and they may even help me with the ARCA car. So, but yeah, that's kind of my announcement. I hadn't really mentioned it to anybody else also, but this past Sunday I actually ended up being baptized. So
Oh, that's awesome.
that was
Great, congratulations, man.
appreciate it. It was an awesome experience. The church that I've been going to has been really great. Been going there the past couple months, and I know some places they do baptisms in-house, but the church that I'm going to, they actually do theirs on the beach in the Gulf. So
Really cool.
that was really awesome. And I think it was Sunday, and during the service they said they had 53 people registered for it, but like after the services and like going into the like showing up for the baptism, there was 93 people total that ended up being baptized that day. So that was really awesome to see. But
Congratulations,
Yeah.
man. That's
That's
great.
thank
awesome
you,
to hear.
thank you.
Absolutely love hearing that. It's a big win.
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
And,
it's bigger than the championship.
oh yeah, super happy, and I can't believe I pulled it off. But definitely looking forward to having Carl as well. And I think he's going to be a pretty good addition. Can't wait to start working with him and try to get him his first win. So it should be a fun season next weekend. Or not next weekend.
I mean, we can start next weekend if you want.
I
Next
wish
season.
it was next week. I'm ready.
I don't have
I'm
my
ready to
wheel
go.
back yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and Carl start us buckling it up last time.
Buckle it up.
Buckle it up.
Buckle it up.
Buckle it up. or you'll
you'll
die.
die.
Thank you all again for everything this season, and look forward to a great next season starting October 14th. We'll catch y'all then.
Get Isaiah, bub.
Oh God.
Way to sign off.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.